something, a secret. Eventually you'll learn to love him. I won't, I won't, I won't, I won't. Found myself in the water, up to my knees. I won't slow down for nothing, not even for me. Lost my soul in the chase, now it ain't worth a thing. And I know I was wrong to believe that the stars ever fell down for me. Found myself in the water, up to my knees. I won't slow down for nothing, not even for me. Lost my soul in the chase, now it ain't worth a thing. And I know I was wrong to believe that the stars ever fell down for me.
What is up, guys? I'm Teresa and this is Emo Nation Forever. That was The Chase by SayWeCanFly, and I believe he has a tour coming up this May. Anyways, speaking of SayWeCanFly, I had the amazing opportunity to interview him on my show a few days ago, which to me is still totally insane. But he was so chill. He was such a nice guy, and I'm glad to have him on here. So Braden, if you're listening, thank you so much for coming on. Alright, so here is the interview with SayWeCanFly, and I'll see you after that. What is up, guys? I'm here with a special guest. Introduce yourself.
Hey, so my name is Braden from SayWeCanFly, and I currently in the middle of nowhere in Ontario, Canada. Having a great day.
So, how old are you?
22, unfortunately. I like to think I'm still 16, but I'm 22.
What instruments do you play?
Well, I mean, I play acoustic guitar and sing. That's my main two. I play a bit of piano and bass and a little bit of violin here and there, whatever I'm feeling.
How did you get into music?
Sorry, can you say that again? Cut out.
Yeah. How did you get into music?
Honestly, I started writing because I was depressed, when I was a kid. Music got me through everything, and writing my feelings down helped me understand them, so I think it was just something that I kind of ran to when I didn't have anything else, so that's kind of why it's so important to me,
Yes, so how long have you been doing it, music?
Well, I've been playing guitar since I was 8 years old, but I started SayWeCanFly when I was about 14, so, I mean, it's been quite a long time. I've always kind of been, into music, but I think I really started when I was, 14,
Wow, that is a long time.
Yeah.
Why did you choose SayWeCanFly as your YouTube name?
I literally just because I thought it sounded cool. That's the only reason. It was, the first one I thought of, so.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool one.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What genre would you consider your music?
I mean, everyone says emo, but I don't know if that's the real genre. I mean, I like to tell people singer-songwriter. That's usually what I say, so people can understand it. Still struggle with that one.
That's probably the hardest question. That's the question everyone has issues answering.
Yeah.
What musicians are you inspired by?
I'm a really big fan of Ed Sheeran. Who else? I mean, I really love Under Oath are my favorite band. I've been listening to a lot of The Weeknd lately. My Chemical Romance. I mean, it just kind of changes depending where I'm at in my life. You know what I mean? And depending what kind of album I want to write too. I'm very conscious about what I fill my head with. and what music I listen to, because that has a huge influence on the kind of songs that I write. So I'll kind of like, mix and match a bunch of bands that I want to take inspiration from and listen to them, and then it'll kind of influence my writing. So it depends.
Yeah. What's your favorite song to play live?
Mm, I mean, that changes too, but on the last tour, I think it was When I Come Home. I don't know, I was just like good energy. So.
Is there a song that's particularly hard to play along than other ones? I'm sorry, my dog just went crazy.
It's all good. No worries.
Anyway, sorry. What I'm saying was, is there a song that's harder to play live than others?
Yeah, like some of the songs like Darling, that kind of like the ones that are more like full band. They're a little harder for me to like, you know, jam out to like, acoustically, because there's certain songs I'm not super attached to, and that's one of them. So I tend not to play those songs too often. But as long as I'm really into the song, it's easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you record and produce everything by yourself?
Not so. The last album I recorded and produced pretty much by myself. I got someone else to mix it, but I mean, at the end, like I have a very good idea of what I want the song to sound like, before I go into the studio. So I'm always kind of producing, most of it, and sometimes I'll have someone else there to help, but I always kind of know already how I want it to sound.
What was your favorite song to record?
I think The Art of Anastasia, which is on my album, because I remember, like, I did almost the whole song, like, the vocals I did in almost one take. It was just, like, a really special moment, so I was definitely one of them.
Is there a particular message you want listeners to have after listening to your music?
Sorry, can you say that one more time? I didn't.
It's alright. Is there a particular message you want people to have after listening to your music?
I think, like, the biggest thing that I try to get across with my music is just, like, remembering that we all go through the same thing, because that's why I started writing, and that's what I found to be the biggest connection between me and people that listen, like, I think a lot of people forget that, so I just always want people to, like, break down their walls for a second and just kind of, like, experience emotions together.
Yeah. What do you do outside of music?
Not a lot, to be honest. Like, I'm always working on music every day, but I mean, I love watching movies. I love, like, cinema. I love going for walks and, just driving around, drinking coffee, and I don't know. I usually my days revolve around music, though. So pretty much.
What's your favorite movie?
It's definitely Lord of the Rings. It's probably Two Towers. I like all of them, but if I had to pick one, I'd do that one.
I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in a while. It's a good movie series, though.
Very good, yeah. I love it.
What is your writing process like?
Well, that depends too on the song, but I've done, talked about this in, like, my workshops and stuff, but usually it's like I'll just kind of jam out on my guitar, on my piano, or whatever, and just, like, play until I hit a note or a chord that resonates with how I feel, however I happen to feel, and then I'll just keep playing, just kind of literally just, like, sit in the emotion until, like, images start kind of, surfacing in my head. My songwriting is very visual. There's always a lot of images and kind of, a story that's playing out in my head. So I always kind of go by that, and there's, certain feelings that come with that. So it's really just like, I kind of let the song write itself, because that's what you got to do.
Where do you get your inspiration?
Just life, just life, and I'm never really satisfied with the answers I have about life, and I think there's always questions that need to be asked, and, when you feel something, I think sometimes it's important to ask why, and try to dive in, and I just like to explore, that side of my being, and I don't think I'll ever stop, finding inspiration by asking questions.
Are most of your songs written based off of personal experience?
Yeah, I think all of them are. I can't really think of one that's not. I have a really hard time writing songs like that I didn't experience. So.
Are you signed to a label right now?
Yes. Yeah, I guess I still consider that. Yeah, I'm with Epitaph right now. I just put out my last album was through them. So.
How hard is playing songs live, like without a band, like with some of the songs, like what are those that have piano and such?
You know, I always write my songs on acoustic guitar for the purpose of like knowing that they can always be stripped down for that. Um, it's actually harder to play with other people, for me anyway. So I'm just so familiar with just my guitar. So yeah, like I said, I always write them on guitar first, and that's like the most comfortable thing for me. So I love it.
What has been your biggest challenge as a musician?
There's a lot, you know, but I think it's sometimes it's like the older that I get, you know, like I think more, you know, and I think thinking gets in the way of creating a lot of times. And the biggest challenge for me is to not think too much and just like not worry so much and just like let everything flow. And it was a lot easier when I was a kid to do that. You know, just the more you experience and the more perspective you have, it gets a little harder. So that's, I think, my biggest challenge right now is just to quiet my mind, you know.
What is your favorite venue to play and why?
I mean, it depends. I like different ones for different reasons. I think one of my favorite shows I ever played was at the Roxy in Los Angeles. It was on Valentine's Day. This is like such a legendary venue, and I love Los Angeles, so that was really memorable. I mean, there's a whole bunch across the world that I love.
Do you have any pre-show rituals? I can't talk.
It's all good. No, not really. I think a lot of people kind of expect that. I don't do any vocal warm-ups or anything like that. I never really have. I try to like take a few minutes to just be by myself, get in the right zone, but it doesn't always happen. So I just feel like I've always just got to be ready to go whenever, no matter what the scenario is.
Are there any particular artists you like to play shows with more than others?
You know, not really. I mean, I play with a lot of different people, and they're all amazing. You know, like I love playing with everyone and hearing everyone's music because it's all different. So I don't think I can pick a favorite.
Do you have any funny concert stories from during, before, or after the concert?
I probably do. It's really hard to like sift through all the tour dates in my head. But there was one on the last tour. One of the other bands put like a fake, like giant like spider on the stage behind me, like a remote control spider. So that was pretty funny. It scared me a little bit.
What is your favorite memory from one of your shows?
That's a tough one because I mean there's so many good ones, but I think the first year I played Warped Tour in 2015, when we played in Toronto, it's pretty close to my hometown. I played on like a bigger stage, and like all my friends, and you know, it was like packed, and it was just like a really big like moment. I was just like really proud of myself. And I feel like I don't have those moments very often because I'm always like wanting to do better and do more. But that was really nice because it was like all my family, my friends were there, and it was just really cool.
Yeah, what was it like playing Warped Tour this summer?
It was good. I mean, I played 2015, and in 2016 I only did like the second half, and I did, like, the first year I played, they had the acoustic tent, and the second year they took it away, and I really missed it, because it was just, like, such a special kind of intimate thing. But I mean, Warped Tour itself was just an insane experience, and I'm really thankful to have it, and I miss it. It's really incredible.
Yeah, isn't that where you got most of the footage for the Scars Revive video?
Yeah, that was all from Warped Tour 15.
Who would you like to tour with in the future?
Who would I like to tour with? That's a hard. I don't know. I mean, I like to tour with a lot of bands. I think Ed Sheeran is my goal. You know, before I kick the bucket. So.
Are there any music festivals or concerts you want to play?
I'm not too familiar with a lot of them because I don't know. I've just never been super into all that stuff. But the Slam Dunk Fest would be cool in the UK. Wouldn't mind coming back to play Warped Tour again for sure. Be dope.
Who would you want to collaborate on a song with in the future?
Skrillex.
That would be an interesting mix, I can actually see that.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Do you have any goals as a musician?
Yeah, I mean, I think my goal is to just keep getting better and always put out an album that's better than my last one. And you know, right now I really want to make the best album that I can. And this year my goal is to kind of reconnect with everyone doing this tour that I'm doing, and I just feel like I lost a bit of that last year because I wasn't in the greatest spot mentally, and I just really want to hang out with everyone this year, and that's kind of my goal, is just like meet as many people as I can, have as many conversations as I can, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
How do you deal with being homesick when you're playing a show away from home?
I mean, I've been on the move kind of since I was about 16, so I've had a lot of years where I've had to not get attached to the same spot. It's a little bit harder, I have my own place, but I just always, the grass is always greener. When you're home, you want to be away. When you're away, you want to be home. So you just gotta enjoy wherever you are.
What was it like touring with Johnny, Richie, and Chase when you were on your last tour? It looked like it was insane.
It was great. Yeah, they're all great guys, and it was awesome. Like, everyone got along and brought something different to the tour, and yeah, a lot of good memories, definitely.
Are you releasing any new music or music videos soon?
I'm working on a bunch of new music right now, and I'll be playing some new songs on my next tour. But for Blessed Are Those stuff, I'll probably put out a new video for one of the songs in a month or a couple months or something. I'm still trying to decide which one I want to do.
What is the Storytellers tour going to be like?
Well, I mean, hopefully it's going to be amazing. I think it is. And my whole kind of idea for the tour came from me playing a show like pretty close to my hometown. I just sat on the stage, like without a microphone or anything. We turned the lights down and lit some candles, and I just jammed out like I would in my bedroom. And it just created such a really special energy. So that's kind of what inspired this tour. Like I said, I'm going to be playing for longer, and doing like a Q&A, and just kind of like, really just the whole purpose is like to hang out with everyone and not have that like separation of like, being on the stage and behind the microphone. I just want to like kind of take that away. But also I'm going to make sure like, the lighting is really nice, and there's incense and Christmas lights. I just want it to be super like, vibey and cozy for everybody. So I'm really excited. I think I want to build it into something awesome, and it seems like people are responding to it very well. So I'm stoked.
What does VIP get?
So yeah, VIP, like, I'm doing just for anybody who wants the option of that, but I'm literally going to be doing like a pizza party, is what I'm calling it. Like, just before the shows, we're gonna bring pizza, and I'm just gonna hang out with everyone. I'm gonna play a couple songs early, and then they also get like a membership to my backstage pass, which is like a whole other cool thing. So yeah, really just like a bunch of cool stuff, and early entry, obviously, and whatever. So.
Is that how the whole debate about pineapple pizza got started on Twitter? Because that's all I ever see on my feed now.
I don't know. I mean, I put that because of that. Like, I just saw a bunch of people on the internet like saying pineapple can go on pizza, which I disagree with. I love pineapple, but I was just kind of a joke. I don't really understand internet stuff. I kind of pretend that I do, but I just.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden it's just popping up everywhere. It's like pineapple pizza.
Yeah, it's funny.
So what is Backstage?
So Backstage is I guess you'd call it an app, and they're a company that was started by a bunch of cool people. Scooter Braun is one of them who started the company, and basically their whole kind of idea is, they wanted to build a platform that connects artists with their their fans, and just in a more intimate way. And they've been helping me with like setting up VIP, and just like doing some merch stuff, and kind of providing me with a platform to connect with people more personally. So I have like a private thing where I do like streams pretty much every other day. I post all my songs early, my music videos, just a whole bunch of cool stuff that and it's just kind of a way to like really connect with people who want to do it. So they're an incredible company, and they're working with some amazing bands, and they I'm like very thankful for them. It's almost like they're almost like a record label, but not a record label. They're just like, they treat their artists so amazingly, and just like are always down for cool ideas, and that's like the dream, So they're amazing.
What advice would you give someone trying to get into music?
I think a lot of people with anything, not even just music, like they'll want to do something and immediately start thinking about like, oh shit, like I don't know how I'm gonna do this, and like start getting worried that they won't be able to, and that's like what stops a lot of people. So I think if you really feel drawn to something and you love something, you just have to forget about the how. You just gotta like focus on getting better, at your art, and just focus on music and realize it's going to take everything you have. And a lot of people aren't willing to give that, which is cool. But if you really want it, you gotta know that you're gonna have to work every second of every day, and it never stops.
What was your experience in school like?
I didn't, for the first while, I really didn't have like any friends. Like I didn't know anyone. I was always a really quiet kid. I got made fun of a lot just for the way I dressed and stuff like that. And I took that really hard just because of all the stuff that I went through at home. I was very sensitive. So that's like again why I turned to music, and I was really thankful once people started to know me for my music, because that kind of gave me like a little bit of like a wall in between me and other people. So it was tough. I think it's tough for everyone though. But looking back, I'm like really thankful for all the stuff that I experienced.
I know a while back you put a video up about having panic attacks. How have you dealt with that?
Yeah, so I honestly, I started like, I was in a really rough spot the last year for a lot of reasons, and I definitely didn't like take care of myself or like take care of my mental health, and I've always kind of struggled with more of like a mental thing, but it really like became a physical thing last year. I didn't really understand it at first, but honestly, like now looking back, like, I started exercising like almost every day. Started meditating again, and just like really just trying to like surround myself with positive people, and just like honestly changing my thoughts really just like eliminated it. I think a lot of it was just like being trapped in a really bad circle of thoughts, that just made me start seeing everything through a really dark lens. So yeah, crazy.
What would you tell anyone that's being bullied or just going through a hard time?
Well, it's really hard when you're, in the moment experiencing it, because it's hard to see past it. But I always try to tell people, like, every single thing that you're going, like, that you go through, like, every bad thing, even if you don't realize it at the time, it teaches you a lesson. It makes you stronger, and especially if you're getting, bullied by people, you have to remember that the only reason that people are projecting that, negativity on you is because that's what they have in their hearts, and that's, to me, is a reason to look at those people and feel bad for them. And that's the hardest thing to remember, but it's very true, so gotta be aware.
How do you think your albums have changed since you first started making them?
Oh man, well, I think they become a little more like complicated, like the things I write about are obviously different. But I think too, like, I don't know, I guess they just change, like the sound changes, and I feel like everyone gets a little closer to like where I really want to be. But I guess that's always going to change too. So I just look at every album as like a time capsule.
Yeah. You're selling a whole bunch of old shirts and stuff now, right?
Yeah, I opened up a little Depop store because everyone wanted me to.
What's Depop? I've never heard of it before.
It's kind of like Big Cartel. Like it's just like an app where you can open a store and like list stuff, so people can make like necklaces or like whatever. Like kind of like a little bit. Yeah, I've never really used it before, but
that's cool. What are you selling on it? Is it just shirts?
Yeah, like so, like a bunch of my old clothes, like some of my cooler like sweaters and stuff. Just like literally second-hand clothes. Then I have like lyric writing songs, that I found like in my studio or whatever. Like just stuff like that I think like some people would like to have. And like same with like some music video props. I'm gonna be listing like their tarot cards from the space between our eyes. Those kind of things. Whenever I find them around the house, I probably throw them up. I'm just gonna lose them or throw them out. Some people might want to have them.
That's pretty cool. So, how can people get on your storytellers tour? Because I know there's a way to submit for opening acts.
Yeah, so I'm trying to direct everyone to my website, which is just SayWeCanFly.net. And there's all the tour dates, and there's like a little button that says open a show, and people can submit their music, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna go through them and take people for every day.
Do you have any last comments?
No, thank you for asking all the questions, and I hope everyone has a cozy day.
So that was Braden from SayWeCanFly. Like I said, it was so cool to interview him. He was really nice. He was a really nice guy. So So if you ever get the chance, like, if you go see him on tour, you should definitely just go up and talk to him, because he's just such a cool guy to have a conversation with. Alright, so next we have After All by Alteras and Warm Vanilla Sugar by Kids Get Scared. Alteras has their Beauty in the East tour coming up actually just this month. It's gonna be fun. It'll be exciting. I'm excited to go see them. And speaking of Kids Get Scared, so I've been wanting to play their music forever, but they were only on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, and there's a physical copy of their CD. But I haven't gotten a chance to go to any of their shows since the album came out, well, the EP came out. So I haven't been able to play it because, I don't use iTunes, Apple Music, and I don't have Spotify Premium. I just have Spotify, so I could listen to it, so I knew the album was good. But I wasn't able to download it. So I got to go see them this past weekend, and I didn't talk about it on Monday's episode because I had recorded that episode before I went and saw them. So yeah, Saturday night I went and saw them and Madison Ryan and Katie Rose. I missed most of her set. I saw like part of the last song she had, but she was really good. And then Kids Get Scared played, and they just brought so much energy to the stage. Same with Madison Ryan. I haven't seen them any of them since October, I think, about them, because they played a Field of Screams, and they did amazing, and they were even more amazing this time, and it was really cool to see them. So yeah, so I bought their EP while I was there, and I've been listening to it since. It's nice to be able to listen to it uninterrupted. It's really good. If you ever get the chance to go out and see them, I'd highly recommend that you do, or like just go look them up. They're on Facebook and Twitter, both of them. Kids Get Scared and Madison Ryan. So, and like I said, you can listen to their music on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes. So, I think that's about it. It's been an interesting week, to say the least, and we'll see what happens come Monday, if I'll have any updates for you. Alright, this is After All by Alteras and Warm Vanilla Sugar by Kids Get Scared. Also, I have a live video of them performing Warm Vanilla Sugar I posted a few days ago. I will put a link to that in the description as well. Bye. Have an amazing weekend.
It must have been something I did, because with you it's always sink or swim. What could I have done? Was it something that I said? It can be all my fault. Even after all I've seen, I'll still tell you that it's me. I always ruined everything. Yeah, you know I did. Forgot to help you stare, hold you close right here with me. Yeah, you know I did. Oh God, now you've gone away. The view from here has never looked so great. Was it me that made you feel so low and out of place? It must be, oh, it must be all my fault. Even after all I've seen, I'll still tell you that it's me. tears escape my face, and she's the only one that wipes them away. But please don't say a thing, please don't say a thing about me, baby. Please don't say a thing, please don't say a thing about me, baby, no. Yourself or anybody else, and now everybody's hanging, but you're still stuck on the shelf. Please don't go away, please don't go away without me, baby. Please don't go away, please don't go away without me, baby, no. She said go away, don't talk to her unless you're sober. She said go away, don't talk to her till you're hungover. You say stupid things when you're messed up, and you could be noticed. You say terrible things when you're on drugs, and yet we know this. One vanilla sugar down my lips, she kissed me on the cheek like I'm gonna miss her. One vanilla sugar down my lips, she kissed me on the cheek like I'm gonna miss her. One vanilla sugar down my